So how important is a really good tripod? Well, let's discuss that today. Quick result, and it's been a while. There's been reasons, and but I'm here, first one of the year. I couldn't have picked probably the worst day to do this, to be honest with you. Not because it's like cold or rainy or anything bad like that. It's more a case of, cloud covers. It's just not looking really interesting. But I've been surprised before, so you never know. So, tripods. What are they? Well, if you don't know what a tripod is, then basically I won't bother doing photography. Oh my god, this is slippy. I don't bother doing photography or videography because that's just a bit like saying I don't know what a camera is. Oh, this is very, very muddy and slippy. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of heavy rain. Basically, they are used for stabilising the camera when you're either doing videos or you're taking your photos. They serve a good few purposes, basically, which from a photography point of view, when you're shooting in pretty low light conditions, your shutter speed is going to be pretty low. Obviously you're going to use a tripod. Keeps the camera nice and steady for that little bit of a longer exposure. It's going to reduce camera shake, which is going to improve your image quality and basically get a nice crisper image. So what's the important factors about a tripod then that you really need to consider? If you're going to spend, let's even say £600-700 on a camera, let's just say it's second hand, it's still a lot of money. You're buying a real cheap camera off of Amazon or eBay that costs you 5 or 10 quid. Are you going to trust that tripod to hold your camera? Damn sure I wouldn't. So what things you need to look at? First off, just don't just go buying any old tripod, because that's just pointless. That's just the same as going buying any old car. If it's not what you want, it's a waste of money. You're best off having a good look round, and there's quite a few manufacturers and makes and that out there. Manfrotto is probably the most popular one that photographers use. They're really, really expensive. Good quality, but really expensive. So what you're looking for really is something that's going to be pretty stable. Also, you need to look at the head. That's what your camera sits on. Really important. Different types. The one that I've got my camera on, this camera's on, is basically you've got two, and one moves forward back, one moves left right. But you've also got the ball head, which is on the one that I've got in my bag, which we'll talk about that, and bit of review coming up for that one soon, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see that one. They both have the advantages and disadvantages, but when I purchased this one, I decided, I'm going to try the ball head. I'm not getting really inspired today by looking at this. But anyway, give you a chance to try this tripod out anyway. And then we all go down to the price. Well, the price is really important because there's no point in spending £300-400 on a tripod and then another 50-60 quid on a ball head if you're not going to use it. So another thing as well is weight. Think of the weight of the tripod. There are different types of some out there. You've got obviously your main full ones. You're probably going to use them in studios and stuff like this. Quite heavy, quite bulky. But the shake and movement of them is virtually nothing. And then you've got your travel tripods, which are small, light, compact, like the one I've got in the back here. Made from different materials: aluminium, titanium, carbon fibre. There's so many different ones out there. So, ball head. I've got one bit to undo. I can move the camera wherever I want, which for me is what I want. Look at that. So, other things on a tripod. Well, there are different types of legs as well. You've got the twisty type, and then you've got these like latchy type ones which you pull out and slide in. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. Same again. I've actually got the two different types here, so it's going to help me work out which one I'm actually going to prefer. On my T72, which I obviously use for for filming on, it's got the latch type, and on the KF it's got the twisty ones. I'm unsure which ones I like, to be honest, because to me they're both pretty much the same. Yeah, the thing with the latch ones is they start to get very, very stiff over a period of time, and they creak as you're trying to adjust them. I can't really find a downside at the moment, but then again, it's time tells for that one. But it's the twisty ones, and they seem okay. Just a little twist and out they come, and a little twist and they're locked. So yeah, there are different brackets that fits the bottom of your camera and which fits it to your tripod. So the one that I had on the T72, I had two of those, and the reason being is because the brackets were the same. So that way I could interchange between different tripods. So if I want to take a quick snap with the M50, then I could easily move it onto this tripod, take the stop, and I can put it back. I actually did that on a video where I was using multiple cameras to see the difference, really. And it just ain't happening. Just look at that out there. It just ain't happening. As it's not really happening, I'm going to pack up and I'm going home. But the one thing I do like about this particular one is how compact it is, which is another thing that you actually need to sort of think about, is how small that you actually want it, as in compact. Because one thing I found with the other one is that it actually stuck above my bag quite a lot. You know, it's quite high, and I kept catching it on things, which is rather annoying. But this one, yes, there's more extensions on the leg that's made obviously this smaller, but it actually folds up quite nicely, so I do quite like it. Oop. Hopefully you get a bit of information of the things to think about when you're going to buy a tripod. So don't just go and buy any tripod and think, oh, that'll do. Look at what you want, look at what you need, look at your budget. If you can afford something that's a little bit more expensive, that's what you want, it'll be worth it in the long run, as just to get in a tripod that's not the one that you want. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you soon.